goodness, what a day. It is, spring is here. It just feels, look at this. I mean, the green, just a week ago, this was all brown. Now the green is just coming up. Insects are rising in the warm air, the warm morning air. There's a smell, there's a warmth in the air. Flowers are popping out. The tree, literally the tree behind the big chestnut trees behind my house. In the morning they had just green buds, and by evening the buds were this, far out. The farmer is tilling the field here. Look at this fresh, turned earth everywhere. Yeah. Now I'm also having a hashtag retirement moment, because this is strange. I feel like a backstage pass at a concert, where normally you get to experience this stuff. Normally it's a weekday. I don't know what day of the week it is, maybe Wednesday, and I'd be on my way to work thinking all work thoughts, head down, blah blah blah, and you just get to experience this in the moments that are here. But now that I'm retired, I can experience it at will, as much as I want, spend as much time as I want outside. And the cognizant, the conscious decision to not get involved in projects that I don't want to be involved in, but to do my own projects, now armed with that satisfactory direction, is really enlivened and emboldened my senses. Before I retired, I would have so many people that had already retired before me tell me that it was really a terrific experience and that they wish they had done it sooner. Now I'm starting to gain that feeling. Again, it's like, it really is like having a backstage concert pass, where you can witness all of the things going on and not just the main event. Good way to put it. Okay, anyway, it's retiring in Japan, day 102. I think I've got the numbers right. And Emily is here. She arrived last night. I picked her up at Kusanagi Station, and we're going to spend the day with our daughter today. She starts her career in earnest next week. A huge week for her next week. She's been hired in. If you're catching up, she's got her first career level job with a big Japanese corporation. She'll be starting work there next week. Going to the induction ceremony with all the people that are hired for this year, and then she'll be going overseas for training, and then from there she'll be getting her assignment. She did get her assignment. It's last night, as she was arriving at Kusanagi Station where I was going to pick her up, she got her message indicating the office in Tokyo where she'll be working, and which group she'll be assigned to. It's all very exciting stuff. Big day ahead. And look at that, spring is just here. Okay, I'm home. Yumiko is still getting up. Emily's fast asleep, so I don't think she'll join us for the dog walk. Rudy's sitting right there, and I'm gonna get things ready for the day, because I imagine the gals will be doing stuff, so I'll sneak outside to tend to the garden once in a while. I like to open the shed. Opening the garden shed and getting the tools out is kind of my morning ritual now, and it's just feels so good now that the weather is warm and my hands aren't cold. Yumiko will come get me as soon as she's ready, but I want to just show you a glimpse that I saw this just now about how spring is here. This is nice and clear. All the bamboo spikes are removed from this area, so I can walk safely here. But look at this. These were just sticks 2 weeks ago. Or last week, but look at all the green sprouts coming out. I don't know what this is, but I preserved it when I was cleaning everything out. It was just sticks before, but I knew it would grow into something nice, and that's going to be nice. We're getting green stuff here. Rudy's still in his morning position. He's so silly, just sitting there. Rudy, you're such a silly dog. And then more and more. So stuff is happening. Oh, I like the way the light falls there, and our yuzu, citrus are dropping nicely. Okay, I'm just going to rake the soil there until Yumiko's ready. Hi. Pretty boy. Okay, our morning walk is going a bit quickly this morning, as Yumiko needs to take Dad to the clinic. This is one of the things about, retired life we're discovering is that the responsibilities that come of late middle age, early old age, including taking care of our elderly parents, are quite pronounced and are part of everything. We're quite used to it, including responsibilities like this. All right, here's another sign of spring. Wow, look at this. This wasn't blooming like this last week. It's all come into bloom just this week within the last few days. And here's another sign. Look at this beautifully turned earth on this soil, like the other fields. The farmer does this so carefully. And I want to show you something that's interesting and idiosyncratic, I think, of these periphery of these rice fields. You see how there's almost not a single stone in there? The farmer that's been doing this, and he's an older gentleman, has been doing it for a long time. And when they find the stones in their fields, they tend to liberate the stones within a stone's throw of the field. And you can see all these rocks here. I'm certain that these were collected from the field and just tossed over here by the farmer. And if you look closely enough, you can sometimes find little stones of a different sort. Like right here. Here's a little stone right here that is of a different sort. Looks like a brick of some sort. And if you look even more closely, you can find sometimes shards and like here's something. This looks like a piece of pottery. Oh, come here, Rudy. There goes my neighbor. They're going off to work. This is a piece of pottery. And you know what this is? This is not an average piece of pottery. I know exactly what this is. Being an antique dealer former antique dealer in Japan has its value. This is an old ceramic lantern, broken, the base of it. So you can see how it would sit there. There would be a little thing that would stick up there to hold a wick. Pool of oil would go in there, and it would be roughly like this. And it would have a nick on the side where the wick would come across, lay over the side. You'd light it, and it would drain. It would pull the liquid out, the oil, and burn into the night. This is an old, probably Edo period, Meiji period, or older. Probably not older than Edo. Base of a stone lantern. Just here in the field, in the stones. I found it right, just happenstance. That was certainly pulled out by the farmer from his field and just tossed over here happenstance. I'll leave it right there, where I found it, just where I found it. And that is just part of what happens when you're wandering around in Japan. Let's go home, down our cul-de-sac. Come on, let's go down the cul-de-sac. All right, so the morning and midday are nearly complete. We got a little interesting because we needed to divide and conquer. The ladies need their time to shop. And so I think I mentioned this already. So I took Dad out, took care of his clinic and lunch. Now I'm back at the house. The ladies are out shopping. And it's a little warm. And I just thought, what the heck? I'm just going to sit here and read for a little bit. I got my dog right there. He's really fast becoming a yard dog. Ollie's inside. He's more of an inside of a dog anyway. And then I'll try to take him out I was going to take him for a walk, but Ollie didn't want to go. No mama, no walking. But I'm just going to sit here and read for a little bit, not even work in the garden. There's this, I think this is the second time I've used this word today. There's this halcyon air. It's the right word to everything. I mean, just look at that atmosphere and light. I know it's not quite coming through. There's kind of a haze that is in perfect, look at the butterfly, perfect coordination with the gloom. The gloom, the kind of the weightiness of the humidity that's beginning to rise, just a touch, and the sound of the wind through the bamboos. And again, like I was saying earlier, this is where the most delicious part of being retired is that if I wasn't, I would be at an office right now, or I would be behind at the front of a classroom or somewhere doing something that I didn't want to do necessarily, although I might convince myself in the moment that it was something that I wanted to do. It never really was. But now instead I'm just going to do this. And I hope that doesn't come across as insensitive to those who haven't gotten here yet or may never be able to get here. This is a journal of sorts, so I try to record the good, all of it, right? From all across the spectrum. This happens to be one of those good moments. Several of them lately. So let's read for a while. Rudy looks very content, doesn't he? You like it there, Rudy? That's a nice place to sit. You found a good place to sit. I'm glad you like your yard. Good boy. All right, well, Emily's here. Here she comes, tromping through the garden in my boots, which don't stay in her feet. She wants to walk down to the, or climb down to the river. Stomp, stomp, stomp.
I feel like I'm wearing those fins.
Yeah. Like, remember when we, at Laguna, we'd go in the water? Careful. There's little Rudy. Come on, Rudy. Let's watch Emmy go down. Rudy, come on. Splash down. Now be careful, it's slippery.
I gotta wash his pants.
Yeah?
All muddy now.
Yeah, go for it. How'd they get all muddy?
The boots are muddy.
Oh, yeah.
Look.
Oh, that's pretty. Just toss it like that. There you go. Whoa. Oh my gosh, that's a beautiful rock. That's really a beautiful rock. We'll start a rock collection with this one. I haven't seen a rock like that here. That's interesting. It's really interesting because it's a volcanic island, right? It looks like jade almost. How did you find that?
That was the only blue thing.
Are you all ready for next week? She says, yeah. Starting her new job. Rudy, are you all ready for next week? All right, what'd you get? Rocks?
Blue one. Another blue one. A marble looking one. And a red one.
Just like when you were a kid. Huh, really? You know, you can believe what I found. I found over there. You know, do you remember when I was an antique dealer, I had those ceramic lanterns from the Edo period?
Yeah.
I found one, broken one over there.
Huh.
It's still over there.
You're not gonna take it?
Well, maybe. It's a rainy afternoon up here in the mountains, and Emily and I are out for a walk. We're going to take some pictures to share with you. Emily's going to use the still camera. She's getting the pictures of some bugs, and Daddy will use the video camera. Hopefully we'll see some good stuff. What do you find in there? I wonder what these are, Emily. These are very interesting. They're true bugs, I believe. Did you get a picture?
Oh, they're free.
There's 3. Let's see. Hi.
I found a nice one.
Yeah, let's... Oh, that's pretty. Look at the clouds coming through the trees. So the evening is winding down. Night is upon us. You can't see it, but there's flowers blooming in these trees above. Quite lovely from my balcony there. I didn't film the family. We had a nice reunion today, but I didn't film it very much. Just sometimes, and it's more often than not, it's just not right to lift the camera. You know, there's things that happen in, you know, when people are together, and, you know, raising the camera is an interruption or a distraction. And as time goes by, I want less of that, want more of the moment of now. So I'll share with you more by words of my own than anything else. Emily's with us. She's for a day. I think she's going to go back tonight. She's got a reason, and a compelling reason. And we had a good time. We were able to complete the things we wanted to do, which were namely to go shopping for clothes for her, spend some time together, have a meal. There's a bat right there. I see a bat. And now we're going to go over to Grandpa's house and have sushi, a nice sushi feast before either Emily chooses to go home tonight. She'll catch the Shinkansen, the bullet train, or she might stay with us one more night. We'll see. But probably I'll leave it at that for today. We'll see what happens on a going forward basis. You know, how much I include my family in all of these. It's interesting how I started off with more ambition to bring them in, but in reality, it's turning out that, you know, maybe the YouTube thing is really more my thing. And it's not because anybody's protesting. Nobody's said anything. It's my abundance of caution to make sure that I'm not crossing lines. How nice to see a bat. I don't remember ever seeing a bat in Japan, but there's one right here flitting about. It must be after insects somewhere, or spring insects. I'll stop for now. Thanks for joining us on day, what is it, today 102? Something like that. Wish you all the best. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.